Do you hear that? That's the wind chime outside my sun porch. It's so wonderful. I love my home. Satnam everyone, Amarjot here, bringing you another Kundalini Yoga meditation and pranayama practice that you can do wherever you are. You're at home, at work, in the car, anywhere. You can do these. So today we're going to do meditation for a calm heart. So we'll once again be working with the breath. We worked some with the breath last week in the meditation for emotional balance. So you kind of see a synchronicity between calming the breath and calming the mind and calming the body. It's all connected. So we're going to work specifically with really slowing down the breath. The name of the game with this meditation is how slow can you go? And it's not so much about slowing down the inhales and the exhales. It's more about what happens in between each breath that we take, in between each exhale and inhale. And that's where breath suspension comes into play. And that's kind of where the magic happens when we're doing pranayama like this. When we suspend the breath, we come into this place of stillness. It's almost like time stops. And our body can settle in to this stillness. And actually, our parasympathetic nervous system is signaled to come in and balance out the stress response of the parasympathetic nervous system. So a lot of us walk around most of our days with a very active adrenal and parasympathetic response. You know, we're gonna be late for work. We're gonna miss the train. We're gonna miss the elevator. There's all these ways that we are stressed in small and large ways that we get home and it's time to go to bed, and sometimes our bodies don't know how to settle down. They don't know how to become calm so that the rejuvenating and healing sleep can happen. So using the breath, we can activate the parasympathetic nervous system and bring ourselves into a place of peace and tranquility, so we can get the rest that we need. So we're going to come into a seated position if you can, or you can just sit in a chair, that's fine too. We're going to bring the left hand to the heart center, and the right hand is going to come up into Gyan Mudra. It's the thumb and the forefinger come to touch. We're bringing wisdom and expansion to the self. The self is represented by the thumb. So we hold this posture so we can kind of harness the energy of that wisdom and feed it into the meditation, whatever we're doing actually. The eyes will be closed, the gaze will be at the third eye, almost always at the third eye, very often at the third eye. Activating that optic nerve, sending the message to the mind that we can calm down, slowing down the thoughts. And then we are going to come into long, deep breathing. Slow, slow, slow. Inhale. Suspending the breath at the top of the inhale and holding for as long as it feels comfortable. And then just when you think you need to take that next breath, you need to exhale, take another sniff of air in and see if you can hold that breath for just even a few seconds longer. And then when you need to, you're going to exhale, exhale, slowly, slowly, pulling the navel to the spine, emptying out the lungs, and then holding that breath out. And once again, when the mind and your body starts telling you, we need air, exhale just a little bit more and see if you can hold for just another couple seconds. And then you'll start that cycle over again. So When we're working with the breath in this way, with the breath suspension and elongating each of our inhales and exhales, we are actually confronting our fear of death. So we know we can live for days without food or water, but you can only live for minutes without the air. So these kind of simple and seemingly kind of mundane practices really bring our mortality right into focus, and having to face the most stressful situation possible, which is your death, but you're in a completely safe place. It's a safe environment. So notice what your mind wants to tell you. Notice how your body responds when you have your breath held out and your mind is, screaming and telling you all kinds of things, but you know there is a place inside of you that knows that breath is there when you need it. That all this chaos and fear that's popping up in your brain is unnecessary, because that breath is there when you need it. So just keep that in mind as you're meditating. So we're going to do this for 3 minutes and come into position. Left hand on the heart, right hand up beside you, and begin. Eyes are closed down. Gaze is at the third eye. And finishing the round of breath that you're on, exhaling completely. And then bringing your hands down to your knees, eyes are closed, just sitting still for a moment, observing, witnessing your experience. listening to your body. And open your eyes. How was that? How do you feel now compared to 3 minutes ago? What's different? Take note of those things. So this meditation can be done anywhere from 3 minutes to 31 minutes. Just keep going with it. And as you keep doing it over time, you'll notice that you have a lot more, that your ability to come to that place of peace and relaxation is a lot easier. And we kind of come to these practices in a yoga studio or just on our mat on our own to kind of learn and train ourselves to respond in peaceful ways, so that when we go out into the world and we're faced with all these stressful things that are beyond our control, we are ready. We have the tools available and we can really bring our best self to any situation. So I hope you will join me at Anamkara this week on Thursday. I'll be teaching there at 9 a.m. and at 6:30 p.m. We are building such a wonderful community there. It's really, really lovely. So I hope to see you. Come be a part of it. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. Sat Nam.